Good evening and welcome to the ACES graduation celebration. My name is Andres Maldonado. I am the ACES Associate Director for Campus Operations and Programming. And on behalf of Karen Calendar Price, our Director, and our entire ACES family, I want to welcome you to this evening's joyous event where we're celebrating our talented ACES scholars and the completion of their associate's degree here at Montgomery College. As much as Karen wanted to be here tonight, due to some extenuating circumstances, unfortunately she couldn't. However, she did ask me to share a few words on her behalf. I wish all the graduates congratulations, and look forward to how each of you will improve the world. With the investment you made in your education to study and build your skills, all of us in your ACES family believe your empowerment to continue to change the world for the better. So for our ACES scholars that are present this evening, I hope this is an opportunity for you to reflect not just on your journey towards completion of your degree, but also reflect on the strength of your ACES support network. Throughout your journey, you may have experienced barriers and challenges, but your support system has always believed in you, always believed in your strength and purpose, and always stood by you. We salute and thank them, starting with your parents and caregivers. I would also like to recognize those that are part of your ACES support network that are in the room tonight. First, our ACES staff, both USG and MC, if you don't mind standing up. Get some little bit of recognition. Our alumni who are in the room, I know there's a few of you out there, including our president of the alumni chapter, Ms. Audrey Awasam. And we're lucky this evening to have one of our most gracious and effective supporters of our ACES program. From the very beginning, almost 10 years ago today, please help me welcome our Senior Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Monica Brown.
Good evening. Someone put the music back on, please. That sounds really good, and it is the theme for why we're here this evening, and that is to celebrate good times, celebrate the wonderful end of the year event, and to celebrate our amazing ACES students. So I am so honored to be here this evening, and I want to thank all of our ACES supporters. I want to thank Andres Maldonado, who has stepped in and is doing a wonderful job together with Teray Thomas, leading the ACES program in Karen Calendar Price's absence. I want to acknowledge all of the ACES staff who do an amazing job every single day to help us help students realize the dream of going to college and making it a reality for so many students, and that is the work of ACES. But my role here this evening is to introduce our keynote speaker. I have the great pleasure of introducing the Honorable Will Jawando, who is no stranger to Montgomery College. He is a supporter of the college. He is a champion of the great work that we do and understands our mission in being the community's college. But he is also a supporter of the ACES program. And so it is such an honor for us to have him here this evening. I want to share a bit about him so you understand who you're about to hear from. He's an attorney, an activist, and community leader with a lifelong dedication to public service. Described as the progressive leader we need by the revered civil rights activist and congressman, the late John Lewis. He has worked with House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi, Senator Sherrod Brown, and then Senator Barack Obama. During the 8-year Obama administration, he had the honor of serving as Associate Director of the White House Office of Public Engagement, followed by a position as advisor to the U.S. Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan. He has worked tirelessly to ensure a quality education, opportunities for prosperity, and guaranteed civil rights are available to every American. Well known for building, nurturing, and leading programs, he founded Our Voices Matter Maryland, a social justice nonprofit that works with all communities to develop broader civic engagement, grassroots activism, and leadership. He also spearheaded Summer Rise, a summer high school job shadowing program in partnership with WorkSource Montgomery, state and county government, and co-founded the African Immigrant Caucus, whose mission is to increase civic engagement, economic development, and political participation of Africans in the diaspora and in the metropolitan area. In December 2018, he was elected and sworn in as an at-large Montgomery County Council member based on the MoCo Promise, where he is dedicated to bring a safe, vibrant, and inclusive community with great schools and a strong economy to all Montgomery County residents. I will add that he's also an author, and his writings can be heard on in many media outlets. I invite you to stand and give a warm round of applause to none other than Council Member Will Jawando.
Thank you. You have to stand. Thank you. You didn't have to stand, so sit down. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Brown. I appreciate that introduction. You always cringe when you don't know which version of the introduction they have, if it's going to be really long. So that was halfway long. So I want to thank Dr. Williams in his absence. And he's at there's multiple MC events going on tonight. There's a dual enrollment celebration tonight. I'm going to head there after this. So there's a lot of great things happening at Montgomery College. And all of you that are here celebrating are now going to be graduates of Montgomery College. Isn't that awesome? One of my jobs when I worked in the Obama White House was to work with all the community colleges in the country. So I visited probably at least 60 or so community colleges. And at that time, I met Dr. Pollard, who was the president, on a panel about community colleges, and she was receiving an award. This is one of the, if not the, best community college in the nation. So you have a degree that means a lot, and you know that already. As was mentioned, I'm chair of the education committee for the county. I grew up here in Montgomery County. I always like to say, you see my suit and my red tie, you think I'm like, oh, who's this guy? I grew up in Quebec Terrace. I grew up very low income. My dad immigrated to this country from Nigeria, fleeing a civil war. My parents split when I was young, and we shared a one-room efficiency that was poorly maintained. I went to Oakview Elementary. I went to local schools, and I ended up becoming a lawyer, working for the President of the United States, and becoming a council member. So I say that to say, you guys already know this because you graduated high school and college way before I did, but you can do anything you want coming from Montgomery County, so just know that. I want to speak about a couple of things tonight. Your individual responsibility and efforts, but also your collective responsibility and efforts. So you all have worked really hard. You've achieved. You are going to have a great opportunity to not only do well in life, but to do well for your community. I was talking to a couple of you, and I know some of you, I'm just going to point you out, wants to be in architecture. Someone else wants to be in politics or psychology. I said those things are related because we need psychology and politics right now. And whatever you want to do, one, it's going to change. What you think you're going to do today is not going to be maybe what you do later, and that's okay. The most important thing is that you pursue things that you're passionate about and that you care about. For me, it was civil rights. When I was 18, I lost one of my best friends in an act of gun violence in Briggs Cheney. It was a life-changing moment for me. And it forced me to analyze why some people have opportunity in our community and while some don't. And I said, I'm going to change the factors like after-school programs, health care, jobs that pay a living wage. His mom worked 2 or 3 jobs. She cleaned houses in Bethesda, so she couldn't be home when he got home from school and he got involved in bad things. So I literally, for the last 25 years, have been trying to change those outcomes. So you can have a negative passion, right? You can have something traumatic happens and you want to become a doctor because someone in your family died or passed on and you want to solve or cure a disease. You can have a positive passion. I played basketball in high school and college. Anyone play basketball or sport? No? You're all too smart? Okay, my man in the back. And I played in college and I coached while I was in law school at my high school. And I'm very passionate about that. And I still play now, so if you want to challenge me, let me know, okay? So what you pursue can be things that make you happy. But just keep pulling on those strings. So I created Summer Rise so that you could pull on those passions. That's the program in high school where you can have a summer internship somewhere. I want you to figure out, okay, I think I like this. I'm going to go to the internship. I'm going to try it out. It might not work out. You're going to try the major. It might not work out. But it's going to lead you somewhere that's going to lead you to something that you really care about, and you're going to be successful. So individually, don't worry if you're not sure what you want to do. Don't worry if it changes. You got to be comfortable with that, and I know it's hard, but you are already ahead of so many other people. And that leads me to my next point. You have a responsibility to give back and care about others in your community. If no one's told you that to this point, I'm telling you right now. You have a responsibility to give back and help others in your community. And what do I mean? How does that look? I'm going to give you an example of it. And this is for the adults too, because we need reminders too. And you are adults, but this is for the older adults. You should always have 3 people in your lives, 3 types of people. You should have people that are mentoring you, like your ACES coaches. Let's give them another big round of applause, the ACES coaches. They have created their job to do what I'm telling you to do, whether it's in your job or not, or on your free time, to mentor, to guide, to help you figure out what you want to do in life, to keep you on the right path. So you should have people, and they often are older than you, but they don't have to be. They just have to have more experience than you or have done something that you haven't done that you may want to do. So that's the first type of people. Everyone got it? Everyone clear with that first group? All right. Second group of people. Yourselves. You have to have peer mentors. You have to have people that are trying to achieve and do things that are positive in life, that are going to hold you accountable to the goals you've set for yourself and that they've set for themselves, that you can call and be totally transparent with and say, man, I really messed up, or I really did, I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do this. You have to have those people in your life. That's the second group. The third group, people that you are mentoring and that you are helping, that are younger than you, people at your high schools that haven't heard about ACES yet. When you go back and visit, your younger siblings, your cousins, your folks in the neighborhood, that you are intentionally being mentoring and saying, hey, this is how you navigate this difficult time. This is an experience I had that I want to try you to have to avoid. Don't get in that car. Don't pick up that thing. All those kind of really serious conversations. And I want you to think about right now, because I can see some of you are thinking, how many of you have those 3 groups of people in your life right now? You don't have to raise your hand. I saw you about to, but I'm glad. And not only do you have some people in each category, but how many people do you have in each category? And if you want to check on kind of where you are, do a health test. Think about, all right, am I a little light here? Do I not have anyone I'm mentoring? Because sometimes we're selfish by nature. We can get focused on ourselves, and you're at a point in life where you should be focused on yourself. But you should always be reaching back and pulling someone behind you, right? We're bridge builders to the next generation, and that starts right now. It doesn't start when you're old. It starts right now. because sometimes the most effective person that you can mentor is someone closest in age. I mentioned my friend who died of gun violence. His name was Calfani. I met him when we were in 5th grade, and he if you remember middle school, or that age, so he was like the cool kid. He was great in basketball. He was good looking. He was the best student in the class, and I was opposite of that. I was chubby. I wore rec specs to school every day. I don't know why my mom did that, by the way. And I was horrible in basketball. Couldn't even run, shooting 2 hands, just crazy. And he took me under his wing and helped me to learn how to play basketball, helped me learn how to be more self-confident. And we became best friends until he passed away. But you know what happened? I continued in my life, and I had mentors. The book that was mentioned, that Dr. Brown mentioned, I wrote a book basically about my mentors called My Seven Fathers, My Seven Black Fathers, which chronicles all these mentors and many others who literally saved my life. And my friend Calfani, somewhere along the way, he didn't have those influences. He didn't have those three people I told you. And he got involved in stuff he shouldn't have been in and started dealing drugs and was killed in a drug deal gone bad. I met him. He was smarter, better athlete, better student. And now he's gone. What I'm asking you to do is not just something that's nice to do. It's something we must do, particularly in our community. It's what Montgomery College has done institutionally with the ACES program. They've said we're going to make it a priority to reach into our communities and help communities that are first-time generation going to college. Who in this room this is your first in your family to go to college? Raise your hand. You can raise your hand on this one. All right, let's give them a round of applause. Now, you're going to be the first, but you're not going to be what? There you go. You're not going to be the last. And our job collectively is to help others, not only in our family, but in our community, to have those opportunities. That's what ACES does. That's why budgets are moral documents. That's why on the county council, I'm like, we're going to fund schools, after-school programs, ACES. That's why philanthropy matters, the folks who donate to this program, because there's a collective realization that when we as a community help each other, that helps all of us. And that helps all of us. So I'm very proud of you. I want you to know I'm individually vested in your success. If I can help you, I represent you all. You all live in Montgomery County. I know that because you couldn't be in ACES if you didn't. I represent everyone in the county. And if you need anything, you reach out to my office. When you have difficulty, you reach out to us. You reach out to those people in your lives. You reach out to the mentors and your ACES coaches. These are lifelong relationships. No matter what you do, you need to be appreciative of this opportunity that you've been given and help others get that opportunity. So I hope you understand that, because this is an amazing, amazing opportunity. College is expensive, y'all. You have a great advantage. Don't squander it. Use it. Pursue what you're passionate about. Help your community. And then hopefully you'll be running for office, some of you, one day, and you'll be giving this speech like me to a whole new group, and we'll keep passing it along. So very proud of you. And last thing I want to do is I want all of the students who are graduating tonight, just who are here, to stand. Stand up. I know who you are, so don't. Now, keep standing. Don't get up. Don't go sit down. I want you to turn to whoever your loved ones are here, and I want you to say thank you. And let's give the parents and the caregivers a big round of applause, too. All right, you can sit down now. All right, I'm done. Last thing I'll say, I wish you success, peace, health, harmony, joy in the midst of struggle, which is what it will be. Nothing is easy. It's going to be hard. You know what I tell my kids? My wife and I have 4 kids. I tell you, if you're ever trying to figure out what the right thing to do is, it's often the hard thing. The easy thing is often the wrong thing. So remember that as you move along through life, but know when you do the hard thing, and you've already done it, you've done a hard thing, the success, the opportunity, the joy is going to be even greater after you do it. So God bless you and congratulations.
Councilmember Jawando, thank you so much for the inspirational words and imparting wisdom to our students. We hope that you continue to provide this fantastic advocacy that you have over the span of the years you've had in office, and wish you continued luck on your upcoming race for the Senate. Thank you so much. So going from one fantastic leader to another, I would like to bring up Ms. Audrey Owassum, president of our alumni chapter, to move us along in the next area of our program.
On behalf of the Alumni Association, it's my pleasure to be here with you all today. I'm the chair of the ACES Alumni and Scholars Network. My name is Audrey Owassum. I go by Audrey Awesome as well. I won't stop you if you call me that. And it's such a delight to be here. And just a brief story. I was in the first ever class of the ACES program. Isn't that so weird? It's so weird. I hope I'm not dating myself, but, it was I was in your shoes just a few years ago. I remember coming to Montgomery College. I was in the business. Any Screaming Eagles in the house? Screaming Eagles, Seneca Valley? Yes. Screaming Eagles. So I went to Seneca Valley High School, go Screaming Eagles. And I was in the Academy of Business and Finance, and I loved accounting. I was going to do accounting when I came here. And then I took my first Accounting 101 class. Does anyone know the pain? Yeah? And so accounting didn't work, but business did, right? And I ended up getting a business administration degree. I transferred to the universities at Shady Grove. Can we give a round of applause to those at USG? And I was a marketing major. I went to the Smith School of Business. I graduated there in 2018. And it's such a pleasure to be here now sharing my story. And I think this is important to share because I know what you've been through these last 2 years. And I just want to tell you your perseverance has paid off. And this is just the beginning. I like to say be limitless. Your best days are ahead of you. And we're all rooting for your success, really. And you will be successful. One more round of applause for y'all. Now, you join a tradition of Montgomery College graduates who are well-equipped to contribute to our community and our world during your careers. Now, as was mentioned before, at MC, we have a tradition of giving back, right? And as you're moving through your professional careers, I want you to take some time to come back, return here. As you're transferring to your different institutions, return here and give back, as was mentioned, right? Mentor an upcoming student. And another way to do that is through our Alumni Association. We have great mentorship. I'm sure most of you here receive mentorships, whether through our ACES coaches or even through your professors. Take some time to come back and mentor, share some knowledge. I always say speak life into the next generation so that they too can have those limitless possibilities. So we're here for a reason, and I know I have a task to do, which is making sure that you have your pins. So in your bags, you'll have your alumni pin. It's in your bags, right? Yep. On the bag. It's on the bags. All right, can everyone pick up their pins? Does everyone have their pins, all the graduates? I'll give you some time to find them. Does everyone have it? Yes? All right, if you have your pins, stand up. Stand up, all graduates, come on. This is a ceremonial graduation, right? So we're making sure that you're celebrated. So all the graduates, please join me here on stage. You'll line up here, and Gina will help with lining you all up. Everybody say ACES! ACES! All righty. Now, I would like to formally welcome you all as 2023 graduates of the ACES program and officially being inducted into the Alumni Association of Montgomery College. Please join me in welcoming and wearing your pins. You can and wear your pigs now. Awesome. All right, can we say ACES? And can we say thank you to our parents and thank you to the coaches? Can we say thank you? Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations on your graduation. We're looking forward to supporting you along your journey. This is just the beginning. Like I said, the best is yet to come. And congratulations again. Feel free to have your seats. Thank you. We are certainly proud of you. As you're going down to your seats, something to keep in mind is the Alumni Association is here to support you along your journey. Like we said, once an ACES scholar, always an ACES scholar. And so we're going to be supporting you along your journey. So you're not alone in this. And so one way that you can keep up to date with upcoming events and news about the ACES program, we have an Instagram page. It is in the QR code in your bag. Make sure that you follow it. We want to get to know more about you. We create programming specifically to help you grow as leaders. So thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here with you all today. And again, congratulations to the 2023 class of the ACES program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Audrey. You always got to boost everybody up. Very exciting. I want to just kind of share a few words. First of all, the ACES program isn't possible without an incredible staff, as we recognized earlier, incredible advocates, but also generous donors. And I want to just recognize a wonderful advocate donor of the ACES program, Miss Marcia Meltzer. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. We really do. Also, again, I talked about the ACES staff being incredible, but all right, you're looking around right now, and this didn't just happen. Tons of hard work went into this. And you're gonna have to stand up. All of our campus coordinators who are here early in the morning to make sure that this event was perfect. Miss Tiffany Sean, Mr. Sean Carr, Miss Melissa Goodiel, who's maybe hiding back there, Miss Selena Ellison, where is she? Yeah. And Miss Christina Little, who's right here to my left. All of our fantastic campus coordinators who helped put together. And last but certainly not least, she better not hide, she is our conductor, the person who orchestrated the whole event and coordinated really from A to Z, Miss Gina DeMedio Marazza. Please, thank you so much. So with that, we're going to conclude the program, but the celebration has just begun. So please enjoy some food. We have an awesome little spinning photo booth upstairs, and mingle with your fellow graduates. And I hope right at this point, DJ, can you play me out? Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great evening.
For my journey from high school through Montgomery College, I'd love to thank, one, my parents. They've been the strong support that I need. Secondly, my ACES coordinators. They are diligent, they are understanding, they appreciate me for me, and they understand that, okay, this guy, he has the potential. Let's actually help him get somewhere in life.
Today, I would like to thank a couple people. Honestly, the list is very long from all the ACES people, but Mr. Pabian, big shout out to Mr. Pabian. He was a rock for me during my 4 years in high school. Mr. Meador as well. He was from Avid, but he basically was ACES. He just didn't have the shirt. Mr. Maldonado, he was always there for me too. When I first came to college, he was pushing me to get things done. And lastly, Mrs. Shaw. I mean, she, it wasn't her job to call my dad and tell her, hey, get you to go back to school. It wasn't her job to help me pick out a class, but she made it her job to go and chase me down and make me finish what I started all those years ago.
I'd like to thank a lot of people. I'd like to thank Ms. Monica Burgos. She helped me get the job here on campus as the front desk worker. I'd also like to thank Miss Shaw, Miss Little, and Mr. Maldonado. They've all been there to kind of work with me every day and continue to support me just as, not even just as a student, but as a person as a whole. And I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and people who are actively in my life to, see me grow and continue to become a better person.